Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? I've been gone quite some time. I haven't done a video in 4 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, maybe even longer. Been a lot going on. Definitely, been driving. We've got our 30K fully done. Got done within 5 weeks, so that was nice. Been all over, almost all 48. We actually finished up our 30 in Colorado. Which that was a nightmare, by the way. What I mean by that is we finished up with JBS in Greeley, Texas, or Greeley, Colorado, sorry. And our load was we were supposed to be picking up our load 11 a.m. Friday morning. We got there, we went ahead and called ahead to verify that our load was ready, and they were like, no, it's not going to be ready till 11 p.m. That sucks, especially because we were supposed to be heading back to Springfield with that load, and that was a nightmare. So anyways, we're like, all right, whatever. So we went and got some good food, went to a restaurant, stuff like that. Just kind of hung out in Colorado for a little bit. We had time to waste and stuff. So we got there. We ended up like, well, we're going to head early. We'll get there about 7:30. We'll go get our trailer washed out, our empty that we're bringing there. We'll go get it washed out, head over there. Get there about 7:30. And anyways, get there about 7:30.
Well, that's the country hole.
All right. And get over there about 7:30. And we did not pick up until 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. Sorry. That was straight up ridiculous. Me and my trainer were pissed. We're both trying to get back to Springfield. We've been sitting there for hours. Every time we called, oh, well, you're on the call list. We'll give you a call. However, our paperwork on our Prime app says call every hour, check in every hour. Security will not call you. So we're getting two mixed messages. They're getting aggravated because we're calling. We were calling like every other hour because we weren't, that many hours. We'd be calling every hour. That's annoying on both parties. So we didn't get our load until 2 p.m. the next day. Our appointment time was for 11 a.m. Friday. So guys, when you get into trucking, not everything is gravy. Not everything is biscuits and gravy, man. There's still going to be some frustrations out there, but it is overall pretty easy. There's still a lot of things you got to learn. Still a lot of things you got to work. You got to learn your right way. You got to learn how to split the loads. You got to make sure you're doing your pre-trip, post-trips. I found a couple issues throughout our pre-trips and post-trips. And you don't want issues when you're out here on these roads. You got to make sure that you do your pickup trailer reports, your drop-off trailer reports, your live load calls. You got to make sure you do all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff to learn. What I have found out is almost every single shipper and receiver is completely different. So you're almost on an always learning curve. You kind of know the general idea what you need to do when you're out there, but for the most part, it's a consistent learning curve. I'm home right now. It's phenomenal that I'm home for Thanksgiving. I actually finished my 30K right before Thanksgiving. But there's still some things I don't really know out there. There's so many possible citations, so many ELD learnings. There's so much stuff still that you got to learn out there. So it's not just, all right, I know how to drive. Cool, I'm ready to go. Let's rock this shit. Or, so there's a lot of things. So make sure you're asking questions when you're out there with your TNT trainer. Make sure that you're up and awake, and you're gonna sleep deprive yourself a little bit, but make sure you're up and awake if your trainer is the one doing the shipper or receiver. You want to learn that stuff. You want to be part of that. You want to be there. You want to get out and follow them when they walk inside and ask for their bill of ladings and all that stuff. When they go over a scale, make sure you're that. I miss some of that, but for the most part, I always ask questions. Make sure you're getting out there and you're learning. Don't just drive, go to sleep, drive, go to sleep. If you're like me, I drove 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. I didn't really do much of the shipper receivers. I did a few, but most of them was my trainer. I had to just be awake and part of it, and ask questions and be part of the drop and the pickups and all that stuff, because most of our drop-off times were during his drive, which was from 3A to 3P. And so, guys, remember, Prime training is phenomenal. The price of it is phenomenal, especially if you stay with them for a year. You don't really pay anything. Prime is really awesome. There's a lot of good things about Prime. You do stay out for quite some time. You'll be out 3 to 5 weeks on a minimum every time when you're over the road. If you stay company driver, I think you get 1 day off for every week that you work. So that's kind of how that builds up. But week 3, week 4, week 5 is done. Dude, I did my training in 5 weeks. I got my license, my CDL license with PSD training and TNT training way before my stepfather did. And he paid to go to a driving school. And so he paid cash out of his own pocket to pay for this training, went through this driving school. He actually got hired on with Warner. But he had I think he went like 8 weeks or something like that on, and he had multiple drives. Yeah. Plus he still had to go over the road, with a trainer and do some mileage. I don't think he had to do 30,000, but he still had to go for a while and do with a trainer and all that stuff. And he had to pay out of his pocket. I didn't pay nothing. I got on with Prime. They paid for my bus ticket, which if you watch my first video, don't ride a bus. That sucks. Don't ride a bus unless you absolutely have to. Then keep your head on the swivel. But anyways, you get done with that. They provide you 3 meals a day while you're in quarantine. You get done with the quarantine, get done with your CBTs, which is computer-based training. You do a couple videos, but other than that, you just relax in a hotel until you get cleared in about a week. In about a week, they'll do a COVID test. When you get done with the COVID test, they do you get free. If you get, a negative result, you get free to walk and do whatever you need to do. You start going to orientations every morning, be on time. Again, watch my other videos. Be on time. Take this serious. Take this as a job. Take this serious. Don't just be showing up or, ignorant or anything like that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Pay attention. Just do what you're supposed to do. And you take this serious and they'll take you serious. That's an honest answer. But then you get done with your orientations, you start going to the Plaza building, you do a walk around the Millennium building, stuff like that. Anyways, then you start doing pre-trip and start doing the PSD training. And once you get a trainer, you go to the training, you'll do that. That could take 4 or 5 weeks. My training was only 2 weeks, if I remember right. You can watch my earlier videos, it'll kind of tell you about that. We pretty much went to Oklahoma City, from Oklahoma City to Laredo, from Laredo back through Oklahoma City. Then we were done. We came home. We did some more backup training on the pad at the Plaza building. We got done with that. We I worked on pre-trip a little bit more. We took our test next Thursday, the same week I got back. Got a perfect score on my CDL test. Went home for about a week. That was nice in a way. Because if you watch my earlier videos, you'll see that I got when I first started out, so Prime works Wednesday to Wednesday is how their payroll works. And so I started on a Friday. So my first official check was cheaper. It was like half the cost because I started kind of in the middle of the week. So that kind of sucked. But anyways, they pay you, once you get done with PSD, you get a green badge. Or once you start your PSD, you get a green badge. They give you $200 a week on that debit card, and that pays for your meals, that pays for everything. Now, I didn't go to Stephen Transport, but they did try to get me on. I was about to go with Stephen Transport. They were only going to give me $70 a week on a check that I had to go cash. Prime gives you $200 a week to eat on, live on. You can spend it on whatever the hell you want to. They just don't want you to send it home for bills because it's for you to live on. $200 a week, which is not bad, because you're just living on it, eating on it, stuff like that. And it's on a debit card. You swipe it like a MasterCard, debit card, credit card, whatever. You swipe it just like that. You send that over. $200 a week till PSD's done. If you pass your CDL test, when you're completely done, and you pass it the first time, all tests, driving, backing, and pre-trip, you pass all of them the same day, you get what's called a trifecta. Trifecta, you get 250 extra bucks. That's awesome. I got that. My trainer got his little bonus. We were all good. Happy. Boom. Definitely. And that's just work hard, dedication, get out there, bust ass, take, just learn everything you can. Once you get done with PSD, and I got to my CDL test, I go home. I still got that $200 that next Friday. Plus, when I started that next week, I started making my $900 a week, and now it's $900 before taxes. So that kind of sucks, but in a sense, it's way better because Stephen Transport again was only going to be $600 a week before taxes. So $900 a week, that's $300 extra dollars. I pretty much paid taxes. Average after taxes, after the because the $200 a week that they give you at the first part of the PSD, that's a loan. So you pay $25 a week back to that, but that's it. So between the $25 on that, I had to pay 2 payments for my TWIC card, which you have to have. You'll get that after PSD. You'll apply for it, and then they can take it out in 2 payments, or you can just pay it up, right? I just did 2 payments. And then once it comes in or whatever, you get approved for it or whatever, then you'll pick it up a few weeks down the road. But you get your TWIC card, you got to pay 2 payments or cash or 1 payment or whatever. But anyways, between all that, it was about 700, I think, or so. Pretty close to $700 a week is what I took home a week, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not terrible. It's what most people make in a week. Most middle class. So it's not terrible. And you're in training. You're gonna get paid as long as you're out on the road. If you come home and you take days off, it's $125 a day, I believe is what they said. So just remember that. If your trainer's like, well, you want to go home? Just remember, it's $125 a day that you're not going to make on that $900 check. So luckily, I finished my 30K. I did that for about 5 weeks, but I finished my 30K right before Thanksgiving week. That was awesome. So I get to come home. No, I'm not going to get paid while I'm home, but now Prime has a thing where if you stay out and you're running, I had to come back and do my upgrade stuff anyway. So I did my upgrade stuff this week, all the way up until yesterday. That's why I wasn't able to do a video. Today is my first official free day to kind of talk to y'all, explain to y'all, and let y'all know how things are going. But anyways, we did, but Prime does a thing on holidays that if you run over Thanksgiving and over Christmas, they give you a $500 bonus, period. If you're out there running all week, you can get a $500 bonus. Now, one thing that I like about living in Springfield now is, let's say I wanted to be out there running, and my fleet manager was able to work it in and pick me up a load in Springfield on like Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day or something that maybe had some layover time. I could still spend home that day, that holiday at home and still be getting that $500 bonus and then head back out. Yeah, you don't be home that day, but you see what I'm saying? Living in Springfield definitely helps out. I got way more home time in my 30K than I would have got if I was still living in Texas. Way more home time. I could do 10-hour resets. I did a 10-hour reset here. I did stop-bys. I did 34s. Or I could do a 34 if I wanted to, because it's here at the terminal. So living in Springfield definitely makes up for some home time. It's nice. But anyway, so I got all that done. But 30K is done. I'm fully upgraded. When you come back and you have to upgrade, so here's what you're going to have to do, because this was not very well explained to me by anybody. Love my trainer, love my fleet manager. They're really cool guys. But it was very short and direct about what I had to do to upgrade. So when I came back, they said, okay, you're going to have to, you got a logs class, a comprehensive logs class. You got an automated class, which is automatic transmissions of the new, automatic transmissions. And then you have a safety class. Both your logs and your automated class, logs and automated, is an hour long each. Your safety class is like 4 hours long, potentially longer. But you do a safety class, and during that safety class, you're going to do some simulator testing again. You'll do some practice, and then you'll do an actual testing. I kind of did terrible on my practice, but I aced my test, and my test was completely different than the practice. But anyways, what you'll do is they'll put you in some scenarios for your simulator testing, and then they'll put you, when you do your test, it's a backing test. And it's a skills test. You have to pass it or you cannot upgrade. So just make sure you know that. It's really easy. Believe me, it is. But remember, when you're backing, it's all about setup. So make sure setup. Now, he will demonstrate a setup for you. He will show you, hey, this is what I do. This is how I do it. Here's everything you can do to make this work. So pay attention. Even, I don't care how good you are at backing. I don't care how bad you are. Pay attention. Follow what he does. You'll nail it perfect. So anyways, got it. He actually gives you a practice and then the test. Or if you nail it good on the practice, you're good to go. I nailed it good on the practice. It's good to go. So anyways, I got done with that. Once you go, my fleet manager and my trainer tried to get me to do logs and the automated class, and then go do safety. Well, those two are actually after safety, because during the safety, they give you a schedule on everything you need to do to completely upgrade. It's a full paper, step 1, step 2, what you need to do after you get all those steps done. They'll load your CBTs, some more. You got like 30 or 40 CBTs. You're going to spend a couple hours. I would plan on 3-4 hours, maybe even longer on those CBTs. There's a lot of 30-minute ones. There's a lot of 10-minute, 15, 20. There's a lot of CBTs. Some are the same that you did at PSD, identical. Some are not. All of them have a ton of knowledge on them. Winter driving, how to use chains, ELD, citations, about prime citation department. I mean, it just goes on and on. How to use the right weight, how to calibrate the right weight. I mean, there's so much knowledge. Stuff that I still haven't even learned on the road. I still got to go out there and learn a little bit. Just because we didn't use it, we didn't do it. We got in some pretty bad situations weather-wise, especially my driving, because driving at night was usually when the weather happened. But we never got into a point where we needed chains. So, we never put chains on. So just situations that we were never done. But anyways, so we got all that done. Got CB. So I did logs. I had to go home, do something else since I live in Springfield. So I was not able to do automated. So the next day, logs starts at, I think, 1:30 p.m. I'd always get there. I got there about 1:15, just to be kind of early to make sure I didn't miss it. But it starts at 1:30 p.m. in the multi-purpose room in the plaza, right there by the inspection bays on the second floor. You go right there behind driver lineup. It's the multi-purpose room. Nobody told me this. I had to figure this out. Multi-purpose room, and that's where logs class. It starts at 1:30, goes till, I think, 2 or 2:45. So it's about an hour and 15 minutes or so. I think it's 2:45. But anyways, so it's about an hour and 15. So anyways, I got done with the logs class, and I had to go home and do something else. So I was not able to do automated. They do record your name. You got to write your name, driver code, stuff like that. Once I got done with that, went home. The next day, I had to be at the safety class, which is at the Campus Inn in the simulator room. Okay, it is in the simulator room, and you have to be there by 7. It starts at 7 a.m., so be there before 7 a.m. You got to be there at 7 a.m. You'll watch it like 4 or 5 videos, knowledgeable videos. Once you get done with that, that's when you'll do all the simulator stuff. He'll give you a schedule, load your CBTs. You get all done with all that. You will then, that's when you'll go to your logs and automated if you haven't done a jump start like I did on logs. Well, because I already did logs, I was able to go home, start working on my CBTs, and then I did automated. Automated was back in the same multi-purpose room, but it starts at 3 p.m. So be there early, but it starts at 3. Goes from 3 to 4. Actually, like 3 to 3:45, and the trainer is really quick. I think we got done at like 3:30, 3:35. But anyway, so we did that. We got done. Now, if you're going company, that's all you got to do. You're done. You finish your CBTs. Once you finish your CBTs, you'll follow your schedule that he gave you, which is pretty much just steps of what you need to do, which is send an email to blank. On that list, it'll tell you the email with some information that you need to do. They send you an email, say, hey, we got your email. They send you another email, says, hey, you're all upgraded. You're ready to go. Boom. Which is, I'm done. I've got that email. However, I stayed back for some lease classes, because if you're doing lease, there's some more classes you have to do. There's a tax class right after automated. That is from, I think, 4 to 5. 4 to 5. And that is about taxes, about CPAs, about stuff like that. You got to do that. I promise you, even if you're going company, I highly recommend you do this. Once you get done with that one, if you're going to go lease, only if you're going to go lease or owner operator, you've got it the next day. There's another class, I think starts at 8 a.m. and it's a business class. You've got to do that class if you're going lease. If you're going company, you don't have to do it. It's in the same multi-purpose room. But guys, once you're done, you're done. I mean, this is probably a total of 5 weeks for TNT and 2 weeks. So it's probably been, man, I can't remember. Look at my first video. My very first video was the day I got to Springfield, I believe. Yeah, it was the day of. So that's how long my training was. It was really quick. Boom, got it done. I'm out here. We're about to roll out. I'm staying with my trainer till the first of the year or so, just because it's starting taxes on a 1099 and self-employed right at the end of the year. It's just crazy for taxes. Plus, it's also a slow time of year, right after starting January, because it's a new quarter. Every trucker will kind of tell you that. At least that's what I've heard, that it's really slow right about then. It starts picking back up around March. So probably around March, I'll get my own truck. That way I don't suffer, being out there self-employed. But he offered me a really good price to stay with him and team drive with him. And he offered me a good solo pay and a good team pay that I couldn't turn down. So I'm going to be doing that for a little bit, and then around March, March or April, I'll probably end up going out and finish my leasing classes, and that's when I'll lease my own truck. Because remember, I'm out here to do this for my 1099. I'm out there to get my own truck, stuff like that. This won't be I don't plan on doing company very long. But man, it's been a long road. I just wanted to pop back up here, give some more knowledge about kind of how things are going for me. Everything's fully done. I'm upgraded. I'm ready to roll. I'm about to be out there making the good money. Hustling, trying to provide for my family, and it's really so me and my wife can get back into real estate and get rolling. Moving up here, you'll see I've got to change my name. We've had to put our real estate licenses on hold in Texas. We're on a referral basis now. So believe me, if you need help, let me know. I've got referral partners all over the country that I can get you with the best agent out there, the top agent that ain't playing no games. I'll get you what you want and you make your dreams happen. So if you're into real estate, let me know. Drop a comment. Head over to my Facebook page. Anything, and we'll get you taken care of. Promise you. With real estate, well, if you're looking to come in Springfield, definitely hit me up. I'll definitely take care of you, get you up. But we're working on getting our real estate licenses in Springfield, Missouri. We just got to take our state test and all that, and reinstate. We're already been talking with our brokerage. We're with Keller Williams, but we're on a referral basis. So you need it. You looking to invest, you should looking to buy your own personal home, whatever the case, you're looking to move, let me know. I'll take care of you. If you're looking for health insurance, let me know. Call this number right here. He'll take care of you. Prime's insurance, just for health insurance for me and my wife, was going to cost me $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month. That is not including dental and vision, or life insurance, or anything else. It's just that. That's crazy. $1,200 a month. That's a mortgage payment for most people, or rent payment for most people. That's crazy. And most jobs are like that. Most jobs I've been to has been like that. When I was a service manager at Ford, it was crazy high. That number right there, he got me full coverage with dental, vision, health, life, everything, income protection, everything, $0 deductible. Got me hooked up, me, my wife, and my daughter, for $700 a month. $700. And if I didn't want my daughter on there, it's only gonna be $500 a month. $0 deductible covers everything. Dental, vision, got me hooked up. And that is not on a family plan. That is not discount. That is not anything. You don't have access to any of that. He's got, here's what I can provide you. You're healthy. You don't have any issues. You're not diagnosed with any problems. Boom. Ding, ding. That is crazy cheap. Like, I know that's expensive. That's stupid. Believe me, I'm not a huge health insurance person either. I don't go to the doctor very much. Never been a doctor fan. My grandmother actually died hating doctors with a passion. She actually left with a DNR because she hated doctors so bad. Did not trust them. And I'm kind of the same way. I've had pretty bad experiences with doctors. But we got to have it. You never know. You could drop with cancer tomorrow. You know, you got serious diseases out there that, you know, you're going to be wishing you had insurance. Not everybody has. Even, let's say, even if you had the $1,200, you're like, well, $1,200 a month at Prime. Let's say you're not going to get that. You're just going to save that into your savings account. You save that for a year, you know, you're still not going to have enough money to pay for cancer. You're still not going to have it, even if you save that for a year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So $1,200 a month, you're still not going to have that much money to pay for that. So health insurance, you got to get it, man. But don't get scammed by it. Don't let these health insurance people screw you. Call that number. He will help you out. His name's Daniel Karen. He'll definitely take care of you. $500 a month for me and my wife, or $700 a month for me and my wife and my daughter. That's way cheaper than anywhere else. Way cheaper. And it's $0 deductible. I can go anywhere I want to. It got my dental, my vision, everything. I mean, it's pretty awesome. And the plan he's got is, I mean, it just covers everything, which is what health insurance should be. The way I look at it is, if I'm paying you every month and I never go to the doctor, then when I go to the doctor, I shouldn't have a deductible. Because of, what are you doing with the money I'm paying you? See what I'm saying? So call that number. He'll take care of you. So that's a couple little life stories about what's going on. But yeah, you'll see a name change soon. And I might do another video about that. My real estate license is on hold. So legally, I'm not supposed to call myself a realtor, although I am licensed and on boards. But moving just legally, I kind of put my licenses on referral basis. So, you know, with us still moving and trying to get all that taken care of. So if you see a name change, that'll be why. But let me know if you need anything, man. Take care of you. Thank you for all the subscribers that have subscribed. I'm seeing more and more every day. Comments, I try to answer them the best way I can or as fast as I can. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing to see these more videos. I'm doing this kind of quick because I got to get back to my family and Thanksgiving. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Love y'all. See y'all. Take care. Be safe out there on the road. The bad weather's about to start happening. So take care. I'm seeing bad weather every day on my Weather Channel app. All right. Get back out there. Take care.